Judge Kaplan, who is the federal district court judge who presided over the two E Jean Carroll cases, denied Trump's motion to reduce the bond for the $83.3 million jury verdict against Trump in favor of Carroll. That decision by Judge Kaplan was earlier this week. Trump has managed to convince the federal insurance company, a division of Chubb, to post a $91.6 million appeal bond for the second E Jean Carroll award, which is sufficient to cover the $83.3 million in damages awarded by the jury to Carroll and prejudgment interest on that jury award. Previously, Trump had posted a $5.5 million cash bond to appeal the first Carroll jury verdict that awarded her $5 million in damages. Generally, an insurance company would want more than 110% in collateral to cover the bond amount. It is not known now whether Trump delivered collateral sufficient to cover the bond amount or Chubb did him a favor by relying on his promise to pay them back if they had to pay the bond. That ordinarily would not occur. The insurance companies would not want to chase Donald Trump for $90+ million or suffer the consequences if they are unable to collect. Trump could appeal both verdicts without posting a bond, but the failure to post the bond would mean that Carroll could execute on her judgments by seizing Trump properties. The bonds in the two cases delay any enforcement action on the jury verdict until Trump exhausts his appeals. So he's good to go now on his appeal of the Carroll verdicts. On Trump's liability for defamation, he will need to convince the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Second Circuit to reverse the first verdict for Carroll and to order a new trial. The second trial, which resulted in the much larger damage award, $83.3 million, of which $65 million was in punitive damages, was only on the damage issue since the issue of whether Trump defamed Carroll by calling her a liar had already been established in the first trial, which precluded Trump from relitigating liability for defamation in the second trial under the legal doctrine known as collateral estoppel. You just can't continually relitigate the same issue between the same parties. One and done. The punitive damage award was so high since Trump could not shut up after a jury found his statements to be defamatory in May of 2023. He just kept repeating them over and over again, which can only be described as incredibly stupid. The appeal of the first Carroll verdict was lodged with the Second Circuit last June, but the docket shows no activity yet. Possibly the Second Circuit is waiting to review both verdicts together. That would be my guess. The second verdict involves statements made by Trump when he was president and had been delayed as on the issue of presidential immunity, which kicked around the appellate courts for a long time. The Second Circuit decided in December 2023 that Trump waived that defense since his lawyers failed to raise it as an affirmative defense in his answer to Carroll's complaint. That paved the way for the last Carroll trial that resulted in the big judgment. The most important bond for Trump to meet is to appeal the civil fraud verdict. That one is currently around $466 million with prejudgment interest. The deadline is rapidly approaching for posting that bond. I believe the date is March 25th. For posting the bond, Trump is hoping that the appellate court will reduce the amount, and he has filed a motion on that request. A decision on that motion by the full appellate court panel will likely occur on or before March 15th. One judge decided on an expedited basis to deny that request to reduce the bond, but he can be reversed by the panel. Trump has also recently been ordered to pay $400,000 in legal fees to the New York Times and some of its reporters, and $382,000 in attorney's fees incurred by Orbis Business Intelligence. In both cases, the awards were for filing what the courts found to be frivolous lawsuits. Trump is not paying his attorney's fees in these cases that he's defending against. It is my understanding that the PACs are paying for his attorney's fees, and I believe that's one reason why he's running for president now, to get other people to pay his attorney's fees.